So it's currently sprinkling, a little bit of rain. It's kind of gloomy for a day, but everything still looks fabulous. I want to make a video today on this good old pot of Red Dragon Venus flytraps. I've had this pot since last summer. As you can tell, they are very, very due for a repot. And at this point, I'm not sure how many plants are even in there. You can see a whole lot of baby growth points and everything. Inspired by the way that these typical Venus flytraps took to this giant pot here, which is crazy because these are typical plants and they're so big. And they're also multiplying so fast too. I put my B52s into a large pot. They also seem to be doing really well. Not as well as they're going to be next year, of course, because, you know, they were transplanted midsummer, so they're kind of messed up. I do intend to eventually put this into a square pot like this and divide big flytrap clump here and give them their own square pot. But anyways, from that inspiration, with how vigorous the flytraps get in very, very large plants, I've kind of modeled the entirety of my collection around that. And you can see here, so all my plants, especially the very, very large and pretty and vigorous plants, like these leucos and stuff, and some of these flava, you know, they all have 3-gallon pots, and the standard, even for a single plant like this, is a gallon-sized pot. So obviously these are very, very overdue for repotting, and I plan to treat them to their very own 4 or 5 gallon pot right here. And I'm going to drill some holes in it. There's some moss over there. I'm going to divide these evenly, and within a year or two, it'll look something like this or this, but red. And that is going to be very, very awesome. Greatly underestimated the amount of plants in here. Counting, there are at least 22 plants in here, and I think this year started with less than half of that. And last year there were only 7 plants in here. Just to show you how vigorous they are. These rhizomes are enormous. There's so many plants. Everything still needs to settle in and reroot, and it's probably going to look better next year, but at least they have space. It has been a few days since I made that last update. It definitely feels like fall now. It's nice and breezy and kind of chilly. The plants have settled in a little bit more, and so has the soil, even though it's very, very still freshly repotted. But they're making new traps, which is very, very good. A lot of these are new, actually. And the plants look nice and happy, so hopefully next year everything will look amazing.